What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. My pack luck from the Bundesliga upgrade packs continues. I decided to get rid of some more of my common and shiny golds that I've accumulated over the last day or two and do a few more Bundesliga upgrade packs, and as you can see on the screen right now, we ended up getting Leon Goretzka, team of the season, and that sparked humongous change in my squad. But let me show you first and foremost what's sold. So as you guys know, I bought Roberto Firmino for 6 something, sold him for 570. Somebody said that you shouldn't have bought him at 600. Now he's at 550. I can't predict the future. When I bought him at 620, he was worth 620 or 630. That was his going price. You know, to pack Goretzka, to pack Bailey, to pack what's his name? I can't remember his name. But anyway, you know, I actually sold Muller, Rodriguez, and Batshuayi for a profit on each card. Only like 10 or 15k a card, but I sold them all for a profit. Sold Arias, sold Firmino, sold Fernandinho, sold De Jong. I don't have much left in my club by way of players. That's all I've got left on the trade pile, just 2 pages. I need to start getting rid of that, but let's or filling my trade pile. But let's have a look, guys, at the squad right now. We've got Ter Stegen in goal with 35 games. We've got Zanetti at right back, 172. We've got Sergio Ramos with 47 games. We've got 107 on Maldini. Somebody actually said to me as well that you can create prime Maldini for like 1 to 1.1 if you have nothing at all. And you can sell this one for, like, by looks of things, about 700,000. So I'm debating it. I'm debating potentially selling this Maldini and crafting the prime Maldini. Based on what I get back from the packs, I'll probably have around 800,000 coins left, which I still think is more than sufficient amount for for the World Cup game mode. And if it's not, of course, Ter Stegen, Sergio Ramos, Kevin De Bruyne, and Heung-min Son are all sellable and sellable for high value. So we've also got Wendell, just the 5 games, 109 now for Heung-min Son, Ruud Gullit at 142, Goretzka, the brand new addition to the team, so happy to have him. Bailey with 5 games, 8 goals, 2 assists, De Bruyne with 110 games, and Sané with 70 games. So yeah, we can sell De Bruyne. I think I probably lost some value on him now. It seems like the player prices are coming down a bit, so he's down, by the looks of things, about 800k. Heung-min Son, we could sell for anywhere around 650, so that straight away is like 1.4, 1.5. With Ramos, probably take it up over 2 million or so, and the other 700,000 I'd have would still leave me at about 3 million. And of course, in this current team, only 4 of these players are tradable, well, other than Maldini. So if I swapped it, in this current team, only 4 players would be tradable, and I could quite easily replace them with other players that I have in the squad. For example, we could do that, and then all of a sudden we've now got a good team still, and we don't need Kevin De Bruyne. So obviously when let me get my controller charging. When the World Cup game mode comes out, it's very likely that these players will lose more and more and more value. So off the back of that, I might even go for a full untradeable squad anyway and just put some players in you know, get the coins, because I don't know how much regular Ultimate Team will be played when the World Cup game mode comes out, and it genuinely depends on how engaging it is. And you know, we'll only know how engaging it is when it's released. From what I've heard from certain people that are in the know, the World Cup game mode is great. It's going to be a lot of fun, but how much longevity it has will depend on whether or not we come back to regular Ultimate Team, or whether or not we stay on the World Cup game mode, or if we alternate between the two. The fact that the World Cup game mode has draft in it is very interesting to me. It's interesting to me for a few reasons, but the most interesting thing that's interesting to me, this guy's got a very nice squad here, is that I don't know how it's going to work with regards to packs. You know, we remember from 4 years ago that when you got a pack you got only 5k packs were available. When you got a pack in the World Cup game mode, you would get that same pack back in the regular FIFA Ultimate Team. It's been confirmed this year that that same thing will happen, and there are also 7.5k packs available. Now, I don't know if they'll do more than just those things. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But in draft, what I'm interested in is if it costs you X amount of coins to enter the draft, no matter how much that may be, and then, oh, go on, Son. Oh, is that not a foul? Oh, Goretzka on the debut. Oh, Oh, nearly. Yeah, let's say you pay 15,000 coins to enter and you win the draft and you get the 35k pack and the 50k pack. Let's say that's your reward, right? Now, do you just get a 35k pack for the World Cup mode and a 50k pack for the World Cup mode, or do you also get that same 35k pack and 50k pack in the regular Ultimate Team mode? Because if you don't get them in the regular Ultimate Team mode too, draft could be very, very, very inefficient to play because there's no market, right? So let's say you get a 50k pack, and then with that 50k pack, oh, this should be a goal. Bailey's taking it wrong there. Oh, that's good clearance. Let's say you get that 50k pack and you open it and it's got nothing but duplicates in it. So you've gained nothing, but you've spent 15,000 coins and you're in a bad situation. You know, you've essentially lost. Oh, that's good from KDB. You've essentially lost lost 15,000 coins for no gain. So, but if you do also get the rewards on the regular Ultimate Team mode, we'll be able to just cash in massively. You know, playing draft in the World Cup mode will be hella fun as long as we can keep up the same sort of win rate that I have right now on the regular draft mode, which is more than 1 every 2 drafts. It's actually up at about, I have about 60 to 65% draft win rate. I've got 67 draft wins in total, and I've done about 117 drafts, I think, is the actual amount. So, you know, it's somewhere around like maybe a 58 to 60% win rate is where I'm at. Oh, this might be coming to me. He's got lucky there. So yeah, you know, that's when so if I keep up that win rate and maybe they change the structure of the rewards for the World Cup mode, maybe they don't, maybe it's the same, I don't know, you know, and that's the thing, we don't know. But yeah, for World Cup mode, I don't mind getting rid of this team that I have because I have so many great untradables, and we've still got some more great untradables guaranteed, well, not great untradables, but some more untradables guaranteed to come. For example, we're going to get ourselves 2 French League Team of the Season cards for sure from the guaranteed upgrade packs, and we're going to get 2 Calcio A players for sure from the guaranteed upgrade packs, and we're still due 1 more Bundesliga player guaranteed from the Bundesliga Team of the Season upgrade pack that it's probably out today. And I just obviously these videos are a little bit behind because I'm wanting to play Foot Champs whilst having these videos up. So yeah, I've still got 5 guaranteed Team of the Seasons to come, and then there is also the Ultimate Team of the Season pack in store as well. It's in the code, which means there's going to be another 2 guaranteed Ultimate Team of the Season players. So that's going to obviously cost me some stuff to get those. However, I'm very well prepared for that, with the fact that I don't mind using my terrible Team of the Seasons to get those. For example, I'll use Valeri, no problem at all. I thought that was going to be a free kick for him, to be fair. That was a foul. But yeah, you know, Valeri can go. Malcolm, I think, already used. Calayon can go. Dele Alli can go. You know, if it's right, if the fit is right, I'll get rid of them, and I'd be happy to as well. And obviously, when you use a big Team of the Season to get into like an 82 rate squad like we did with the Bundesliga team, you can just get away with using like 81s and 82s and stuff, and it just really dramatically drops the value of the SBC. So we've still got what's that, 2, 4, 6, 7 guaranteed Team of the Seasons to come. Now, how successful we are with those, you know, we might get 7 absolute wasters and none of them go into our main team, but we might get an incredible player that fits perfectly well into our main team. Sadly, we might get a duplicate, and if we get a duplicate, that's going to pose some problems. Let's say we get Leon Bailey from Tuesday's pack. That's going to be a bit of a problem for me. Oh, is it? Pick it. Hello. That's going to be a bit of a problem for me because I already have him. So, okay, I could use him in an SBC somewhere down the line, but obviously to get rid of a Team of the Season for not a lot is going to be quite disappointing. This should be a goal. There we go, lovely stuff. Yeah, you know, to use a duplicate Team of the Season in an upgrade SBC or an 87 rated SBC or something won't necessarily be amazing. So, I don't know, it's tricky. I just hope I don't get any duplicates, and I hope I get usable players. But with that being said, with the World Cup mode coming, with the French and Italian Team of the Season still to come, with the Ultimate Team of the Season still to come, with all the guaranteed stuff that we've got available, although it wasn't my aim at the start of this year to have a full untradeable team at the end of the year. In fact, it was my aim to specifically not have a full untradeable team at the end of the year because of what happened last year, which we'll go into in a bit more detail in a second. It definitely looks like it might be the case that we are going to finish with a fully untradeable team throughout the whole year. But I'm happier this year than I was last year, because last year, oh, I'm going to steal that. Last year, we had untradeable players that weren't meta, weren't good enough, weren't comparable to other players, and we were using them because we felt obliged to. This time around, we actually have incredible endgame untradeable players. For example, Ruud Gullit. For example, Zanetti. For example, Leon Bailey. Okay, he doesn't have the name that Messi has, or that Ronaldo has, or that Neymar has. You know, he doesn't have maybe some traits that these guys have. But he is as effective and efficient a winger / striker that I've used all year. Heung-min Son obviously is tradable for us. It's got to be a foul there, ref, surely. But yeah, Goretzka, an endgame midfielder. Ruud Gullit, obviously an endgame player. Sané, okay, so his 3-star is a bit problematic, but generally speaking, is that a foul, ref? No foul there, okay. But generally speaking, especially if we're going to get Prime Maldini, who is also an endgame player, you know, we could end up having a really strong meta, completely untradeable, or 8, 9, 10 total untradables for the rest of the game, and I'd be okay with that, because then we could just use our coins to finish off even more meta untradables, or we could use our coins and splash out in the World Cup game mode, or we could use our coins to just keep spamming the upgrade packs. Don't forget as well, although World Cup game mode is coming, and based on last year and based on what EA have done for Team of the Season this year, it does seem like this game is not really going to be cared too much for. There's still a lot to come in this game. We've still got the MLS All-Stars. We've still got the Futties, which is a really fun time of year. There's still one more... oh, what a save that is. There's still one more community week as well. Who knows, we might get another foot swap promo somewhere down the line. Like, there's still so much more that can come in regular FUT that we can help improve our team. Some more end of era players. Remember the end of era players last year? Dirk Cow, Fernando, was it Fernando? No, Fernando Torres wasn't an end of era. He was a premium SBC. But we've had limited. I don't even think we've had any premium SBCs, have we? We've had the end of era Kaka and such. But let's bring on Gnabry. Let's bring him on for Sané, and let's pop Son down there. And that'll do me for the time being. According to my bench, I will happily get rid of Valeri, Partey, Aspas, Callejon, Vertonghen and Dele Alli. All 6 of them can go in SBCs if it means getting a very cheap, guaranteed better Team of the Season SBC. Although you never guarantee better. Like, I might trade in a Dele Alli, who's actually a very usable card, and I might end up getting that Gregorich, or however his name is pronounced, that basically that trashy Bundesliga player. I might end up getting him instead of Dele Alli, and that would be a mistake, but then I'll just use him instead. I'll basically use, at every given opportunity, the worst possible Team of the Season that's in my squad as the guy that will be the essentially not bait, but the sacrificial lamb, so to speak, in the SBC upgrades. And because of how good these league SBCs are, or because of, sorry, how good the ratings of these players are, you're always going to come out pretty much on top. You know, like, I'm going to trade an 89 in for a minimum of another 89. Like, the lowest rated player in the Bundesliga is 89 rated. But yeah, as I said, like, you know, in terms of last year's Road to Glory, where we always offside, where we had an untradeable squad of Player of the Month Hazard, who was good but not endgame. We had Player of the Month Diego Costa that I was playing at centre midfield. I was still using like my red 84 rated informed Theo Walcott and stuff like that, and I was just using these players for the sake of not doing the right thing because I was so attached to them. I don't think I'm attached to these players that I have now. In fact, I've shown quite often that I'm not attached to these players. The amount of players that I've got rid of where you guys have gone mental at me, like, how could you, I got rid of, for example, that Andrea Pirlo end of era card. And I got rid of him because I just didn't want him. Or that could be a goal. Or good block. I just didn't want him. He didn't mean anything to me. He was a good high-rated card that we ended up trading in for cheap. And looking at Zaha on this guy's team, I've got the Player of the Month Zaha that cost me 100,000. He was fun to do. I actually did him for about 50,000 because I already had a cheap player to go into one of the zones that he needed. You got some good packs back for him, which we made some coins off of. And now I don't use him. As much as he would actually be usable as an endgame player, we have Serge Gnabry, we have... Oh, that's nice play. We have so many other players that it just doesn't matter. You know, we don't need Zaha. And so I will happily trade in Zaha as an 88 rated player because of the fact that I don't really need him or use him anymore. Now, there's a few players that I am a little bit attached to. Schweinsteiger is not one of them anymore. I was going to happily use Schweinsteiger in my main, like not my Endgame team, but definitely I was more than happy to use him a lot more when MLS All-Stars came out. But obviously the MLS All-Stars is going to be so late in the day this year that I don't know if I want to keep him. Wayne Rooney's another one. I actually like Wayne Rooney. He just doesn't fit into my team. You know, there's just so many good players out there that I have already. Let's go on the inside. There we go. Oh, actually, oh, it's going to go in. Son. Oh, my God. I have so many players like Rooney, Schweinsteiger, Zaha. I mean, I'm happy to get rid of those guys. They're never going to make it back into my team now. They were fun to play with when I played with them. But if they can reduce the cost dramatically of some SBCs, why not use them? You know, I can't believe how unlucky that was for that guy. Son ended up getting the goal as well. It was actually a pass from KDB too. It wasn't even a shot. I tried to drill across the face of goal. Oh, this could be a goal here. Oof, good play. But yeah, I'm quite happy. Now, I got a couple of comments. One of the comments was from somebody, basically, I can't remember the name, and I don't really want to like take my eyes off to read it. One of them was basically saying, you know, with the two more Team of the Seasons to come in League One and Calcio A, are we going to get one Team of the Season only with all both leagues combined, or is it going to be two individual Team of the Seasons? Based on last year and the year before, it will be two individual Team of the Seasons. So there will be 46 Team of the Season players in packs all at the same time. They will each have their own complement of 23 players, including the daily knockout tournament. That is a great ball. Including the daily knockout tournament of having two players as well. So it'll be split into 2 days instead of 16 attempts for one, as it is this week and last week. It'll be 2 sets of 8 attempts for each of them. And yeah, there'll be guaranteed upgrade packs for each individual one. And yeah, there'll be some great cards on offer for sure. I remember last year, Lacazette's Team of the Season card. That was, for me, that was amazing. Huge card. Dries Mertens last year was a massive card for me, the Team of the Season. Who was it? Hamsik last year was in my final team. The Team of the Season Hamsik last year was one of my Endgame players. You know, I loved the Team of the Season last year. It was very, very good. So there's definitely some good stuff to come. And then somebody else said, do you think that for casual players this year, let me get now this gone out of play. He says, honestly, as a semi-casual player who isn't very good at the game, I'm so annoyed at this Team of the Season. It's limited me in so many ways as a player in comparison to other years. I'd have loved to have played with players in the vein of Van Ginkel, who in past years would be almost 30k, but now he sits at 80 to 100k. I just can't justify spending that much of a very limited budget. And he goes on, you know, to say it favours people that play the game more. I do get where you're coming from, but I entirely disagree. Yes, the bottom price of most Team of the Seasons is very, very high. However, because they give us the tradable rest of the world every single week on Wednesdays, you can, like, it's very cheap to complete the tradable SBC, especially if you're prepared for it. Like, what is it right? I don't know what it was last week. It's not there anymore, obviously. I think last week it was, for the guaranteed tradable SBC, it was like, for the price of the 83s right now, it needed an inform as well. But you could have done some of those tradable SBCs for like 30 or 40k, and then whatever player you get out of it, you can sell for the 80k that Van Ginkel is, and then you can buy Van Ginkel. So I think EA have done everybody a good thing here, because you can also win Team of the Season cards, even if you're bad. Some of those rest of the world cards were winnable via squad battles, which is obviously great. The other one, this one's a bit different right now, because you need to score with Liga NOS player and win the game in divisions. However, even if you're a semi-casual bad player, that's not going to be impossible, because you're going to be in a low division and lots of people are going to be playing, which means you're going to be coming up against lots of really, really bad players, and you're going to be able to complete the objective in not quick time, but not exactly slow either, you know. And the one that was available via divisions last week was just easy. It was just given. People would just go in and do, he's offside, would just give the 2 goals each, and then you'd get that Valeri for essentially free. So I don't know. I personally think EA have, although I don't agree with the fact that there was no full team for a lot of those minor leagues, because for me they were some of the more fun players to play with every year. I don't necessarily think that this is anti-casuals. I actually think this benefits casuals and hardcore players alike. I think each person, what a finish that was. I think each person, no matter how much or little you play this game, there are so many opportunities for easy coins, easy team of the seasons, and great team of the seasons that if you come away from this team of the season thinking that you've been hard done by, I think you just really misinterpreted how to play the general basic game of FIFA Ultimate Team in terms of coin management, how to structure your time on this game, when to invest, how to invest, and so on and so forth. Because you can make very easy coins in this game, and you can get very good players very comfortably in this game. So this guy kind of fell apart here at the end. Oh, I might be able to get another goal here. Can we get the 7th goal? Got Gnabry through to Bailey. Oh, Bailey's got far post there of Heung-min Son. It's gone to KDB. It's 7-0. We waited and I was going to do the back post cross, but because he backed off me and allowed me into the space, I waited for someone to draw away from the goalkeeper and then hit that driven pass towards him. And you'll see here, I could have done the back post to Son. I waited. De Bruyne ran off, hit it to him, and there's a good goal. So this guy had a good team. I'm happy to come away with a big 7-0 win here. It's quite impressive, actually. That should be full time as well. Massive victory, and that just goes to show, you know, this guy had a great squad. You know, he had like 90 rated Ruud Gullit. Let's have a look at his team. Team of the season Sané, 94 De Bruyne, 90 Gullit. Player of the month Zaha. I think it was team of the season Sterling. Team of the season has Pieter and Vertonghen. Team of the season Davies, which means he's won the DKT. He's good enough for that. And maybe it was in form as Pieter. We end up coming away with a 7-0 win. Very comfortable win. This guy only had one shot the whole game, and that was when I was reading a comment. We got goals from De Bruyne 2, Son 2, Bailey 2, and Goretzka on his debut getting a goal as well. Fantastic performance, and that was in the 4-4-2 the whole game as well. Just going to show that this team that I have right here, right now, is definitely competable. In the grand scheme of things, you know, I don't think there's the weakest link on this whole team, in my personal opinion, is Sané. And that's only because he doesn't have 4-star. If he had 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, I don't think there would be an upgrade for this team anymore. You know, that's what's, you know, he's obviously the weakest link, and that's great. And I love this team a lot, man. I really do love this team a lot. But guys, this is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.